Lady's time has expired. For what purpose does the gentleman from Louisiana rise?
Mr. Chairman, I move to strike the last word.
Gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No, I have not spoken.
That seems to be confusing.
Did you offer the amendment?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise in very strong support of the Scalise amendment, and let me explain why. One word: accountability. Americans across this country are tired of the lack of accountability. They want to know what's going on with their government, and they're tired of empty platitudes. We've seen this when we've brought cabinet secretaries and others who are in official positions in front of our committees, and we can't get answers to simple questions on energy policy, tax policy, health care policy. No, we get empty platitudes because the policy is being formulated in the White House with these so-called advisors, these czars, or whatever you want to call them. But I just want to point out something that when we had this situation with the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, and a panel of experts, engineers, scientists came forth and looked at this and gave their initial report, there was no recommendation for an industry-wide moratorium on drilling. And they issued a formal report. And what happened? This formal report was altered after the fact by somebody within the White House, the so-called special assistant to the president for energy and climate change. Now, this is not the kind of open and transparent policy making that the American people deserve and demand. And I think in the last election they spoke out because they did not like what was happening, the lack of oversight. And if this Congress is going to do oversight, we have to have access to those who make the policy and get answers. And when we get railroaded and the runaround and just empty platitudes time and time again, whether it's on health care policy or energy policy or tax policy, trade policy, whatever it is, that's not what the American people want. And if this Congress is going to be able to legislate and do right by the American people, we have to be able to get the information from this White House. And that's why I stand here, I stand with the American people and say that it's time to put an end to this opaque atmosphere in Washington. Let's be open with the American people, and those who are making policy should come before our committees to testify so that we know what the policy is that the White House is advocating, and we can legislate in a responsible way. So for those of you who didn't understand the Russian comment that the Russian word no, which is niet, I want to say it is no to the czars, and I yield back.
Gentleman's time has expired. For what purpose?